He was a four-time Pro Bowler. He was the NFL's Man of the Year in 2021, and one day he will be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It is great to visit with our friend, Andrew Whitworth. Which you're going to be part of the broadcast team on Thursday night when the Bengals take on the Ravens, and you were part of that rivalry 22 times. What stands out about Bengals-Ravens games?
Man, I got so many good stories of playing those games. Some really good ones. I think one of my first starts in primetime actually was Bengals-Ravens in Cincinnati. It might have been Thursday Night Football actually, playing Terrell Suggs. So I'll never forget that moment. First time ever growing up as a fan, watching him play, getting drafted to Cincinnati and realizing you got to play him in primetime wasn't as exciting, but it was fun. There's a lot of great rivalries there, man. There's a lot of fun. I'll also remember, I think 2010 or 11 maybe, I tried to finish Ray Lewis after a play, and I found out real quick why he's considered their leader and captain. I've had some great Bengals-Ravens memories, man. It's a lot of fun. The band, the flags. I always loved playing in Baltimore. I tell people now it's still one of the places I thought was the most fun to go play. Just the energy of that stadium.
The atmosphere is going to be awesome on Thursday night. It always is in Baltimore. Let's talk a little bit about Joe Burrow. You two became close back in 2020 when he was recovering from knee surgery and you were recovering from knee surgery. He hung out on your couch in California. What'd you learn about Joe during that time period?
I think just what a rare dude he is, man. I mean, on the football, off of it, just a rare human being. I think I walked away from that. Obviously, playing at LSU, I was a fan of his. Playing in Cincinnati, a place I love. Like two places that I really special in my heart. But I walked away from it just a fan of Joe Burrow, the man, and the competitor. And so I have been an avid supporter of him, and our producers, our guys on the crew, they always laugh. They know I'm taking Joe's side on anything, just because I believe in him that much. I think he's that special of a young human being, and I think in this career and where he is in this league as a young man, I think that sky's the limit, and I can't wait to watch the journey and the ride because I think he's just one of those guys that being at your best when your best is required, competitive greatness. He's one of the most unique people when it comes to that I've been around, and he has the mindset of it. And so I always just get excited and look forward to what the journey is going to look like, man. I can't wait to keep following it.
Let's turn to the guys that are protecting Joe. Since their Super Bowl loss to your Rams, the Bengals have certainly addressed the offensive line. They've signed 3 free agents that are starting. They drafted Cordell Volson. How do you think that group is playing?
I think they've continued to get better and better this year. I think that one thing that really sticks out to me is that, Jonah Williams, man, what a move for him. I mean, I was telling somebody this a couple weeks ago. I did a podcast on offensive line play, and to me, he's one of those guys that this may literally have gone from something that, you always say in life with career opportunities, sometimes what you think could be the worst thing ever is the best. I think him moving to the right side may be something that extends his career and even maybe his ceiling in the league as a player. I think he's really shown that he's got a lot of upside there and could be a really solid, consistent player, and even maybe an elite one. I think that he's looked really good. So it's been exciting to watch. And then, I think with Orlando and everybody else, it's been fun to watch as they've grown together, gotten to know each other. Anytime you play in a new offense, it's for him coming over from Kansas City. It's still different and getting to know your quarterback. He's continued to show why he was that prize free agent at that position. And then, the rest of that group has gotten better and better over the years. I know Ryan Fitzpatrick, my teammate with Amazon, is close with Teddy Karras. So we get updates from Teddy and what a fun guy he is. And that group in the interior has really gotten better and better. So I think it's a fun group to watch. Maybe, potentially, the best O-line for sure that Burrow's had since he's been there, and one of the better O-lines in the recent memory of Cincinnati, if they continue to progress this way. Really what they're going to have to lean on, though. When you got a special quarterback as unique as Joe, you need a special offensive line to go with them. And so it's been good to see that group continue to get better and better every week.
Final thing for Andrew Whitworth, what are a couple of keys for the Bengals to get out of Baltimore with a victory on Thursday night?
I think they're going to have to be really efficient. I mean, this team, Baltimore's going to mix it up. They're going to do some things similar to what Buffalo did, try to disguise, mix it up a little bit of what they're doing, how they're going to come after you. And they're going to force, the Bengals to have some answer for, if you're not going to run the football, we're going to tee off on you. And so they're going to try to make Joe get the ball out of his hand. and you can't let that pass rush dominate you. But you look at this team, Cincinnati, typically under Joe Burrow, man, they've had a response when they've had a setback and when they've had a loss. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And then to see Baltimore coming off it too. I mean, somebody was telling me the other day that, man, I can't believe this happened to us. We got their game and they both end up losing. I said, man, this is the greatest thing that ever happened to us. Because if you know Baltimore and Cincinnati, it's going to be an absolute war come Thursday night, because both these teams do not handle losing very well. So it's going to be fun to watch who comes out and gets this done, because I know for Cincinnati, you're going to have to be prepared for all the things that this new offense under Lamar really brings. It's a different style offense than he's had in the past. And then defensively, they are really good. So you're going to have to be efficient. And, hopefully if T. Higgins is back, that'll help him. If not, you know what? It's going to be Jamar Chase is the superstar, and we're going to have to prove why.
Whit, after a Hall of Fame career, you are doing a fantastic job as a broadcaster. It's no surprise. I appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you on Thursday.
Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you always for the time.